And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. This will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they played extremely well last. Week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fields. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking left sideline, incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. On the right side, this is Miller. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Jones. He's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Fields. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but To go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Fields. Over the middle, it's complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, you know, in this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. And this is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joe Tryon able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On play action, Wentz. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Wentz. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The give is to Jones, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now a give running right is Montgomery. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Time here in this half, it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing is Wentz. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Wentz to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Wentz's throw taken in by Miller. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Wentz. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now a play fake. Wentz on the move to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one gonna fall incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wentz now to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Going up top. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Wentz. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. And now here is another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 41. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, again, plenty of time to sit in the pocket and deliver the football. While the offensive linemen, they may be nameless and faceless to a lot of people, they certainly aren't to their teammates who are the skill position guys. They appreciate the heck out of them, and they're capitalizing.
On first down, it's Jones, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wentz on the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 36 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Coup for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Finding some room at midfield. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Second down and 8. Here's Fields. We'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On first down, Fields. Buying time to his left. And down inside the 15 he goes.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Bucs on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Wentz going to throw. Going deep this time for Miller.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Koo now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
To the air again, Fields.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw again. And now here is another interception. Mike Edwards puts it on. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now Wentz. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A first down run by Jones not going to work out as he's hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Give to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Buccaneers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.